like to use the analogy of a volcano, right? You have a lot of emotion, and it gets stored, and it gets stored. And if we never express it, at some point, what will happen? And so we need to express. To help our brain, we actually need to express our emotions. Now, is it about going on social media to vent? Or is it about being able to be aware that once you express it, you can identify it? So for example, if we want to express it, we can choose to speak it, tell someone about it. Some of you may do journaling, we can write it, or we can show it. Sometimes we don't even show that we're angry. If we are, we don't even want to show people that we need help. We just keep the same facial expression. But what that does is that we end up storing everything inside. And it just needs one thing to poof, and the explosion comes. So Susan David, who is the author of the book Emotional Agility, talks about how important it is for us to label our emotion. We acknowledged it, but do we actually know what we are feeling? And do you know what is the emotion that most people will say, which actually is not accurate? People often say, I feel so blank. Anybody want to guess what that emotion is? Yeah, mad, right? Yeah. Most people will say they are angry, but actually they're sad. Some people say they are angry, but actually they feel guilty. Some people say they are angry, but actually they feel lonely. It's because we're so used to just using one word to encapsulate everything that we feel. But in her work, and in many of the other psychologists' work, the finer and more specific we can get with our emotions, the better it is for our brain to acknowledge what we are experiencing in our mind and our body with that specific word. So for example, someone took your wallet and never returned it. You can say, I'm so angry. Or you could also say, oh, I went to the food court, I put my tissue paper there to choke. Someone took my tissue paper. I'm so angry. But notice there's no difference in the intensity of the angry. It's just that same word. Maybe the first one is you're mad. Maybe the second one is you're irritated. But if we are not specific, our brain lumps everything all together, and it's really hard to distinguish. The more that we can be specific, the more that we can label, it allows our brain now to have this thing called readiness potential. Readiness to take action. Otherwise, we're so sucked into the emotion that we can't act at all.